The Trump administration stepped forward on Friday, ramping up more of the anti-free speech sentiment that has been coming out of his office. On that day, several news organizations were banned from participating in a White House press conference due to the labeling of them as fake news. That's right, those who have been very critical of Donald Trump are now no longer allowed to ask questions of the government. And I think that's something that should be, really looked at. Someone who questions the government is now no longer allowed to ask questions. Now, a Q&A session did take place off camera by what they call an expanded pool of journalists. These were people approved by Sean Spicer, the West Wing office, as opposed to the James S. Bradley press briefing room, where questions and answers are typically held. Outlets seeking to gain entry whose requests were denied included The Guardian, The New York Times, Politico, CNN, BuzzFeed, the BBC, The Daily Mail, and others. Conservative publications such as Breitbart News, the One American News Network, The Washington Times were allowed into the meeting, as well as TV networks CBS, NBC, Fox, and ABC. The Associated Press and Time were invited, but boycotted the meeting. The head of the White House Correspondents Association, Jeff Mason, said that the organization was protesting strongly against this move by the Trump government to censor a good number of the media in the country. Now, CNN was understandably upset and did have a statement of their own condemning the act by Trump. Now, this is a continuation of Trump's demonization of the media for criticizing him. Trump cannot stand to have anyone disagree with him in any way, shape, or form. And it appears that he can't even stand to have people even ask questions that he doesn't want to answer or that he feels is insulting. And this is another a very frightening totalitarian move on the part of the Trump administration. This is a very clear effort to try to censor a part of the press, a section of it that would be critical of him. And this is just a part of a growing trend of the kind of pseudo-fascism that the United States is coming to represent. But I think it's important to point out that there may be sections of the U.S. ruling class, those closely associated to these media personalities, who don't approve of Trump being president for various reasons, such as the fact that it very much seems like he doesn't know what he's doing. He is perhaps a puppet of Steve Bannon, that he lacks the necessary experience and frankly, the emotional maturity to deal with international relations. There's a great deal of rightful concern that even members of the ruling class should have towards the way Trump operates in his government. And I would not be surprised if the media who is critical of him is probably a reflection of that. In either case, this is still a blatant attempt by the Trump administration to censor any media who might disagree with him in any way, shape, or form. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.